All right, welcome back to the channel. Jarell Big Baby Miller gets suspended by the WBC for 3 years. The WBC has to be the phoniest boxing organization on the face of this earth. Let's talk about exactly why that is some nonsense in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. So, Jarell Big Baby Miller tests positive for performance-enhancing drugs again. Second fight in a row that he was going into did he test positive for performance-enhancing drug. As a result, there's a lot of people who are up in arms about it and calling for Jarell Big Baby Miller. I hope I didn't say Dillian White. I mix these guys up sometimes because I think of them about the same way. Both of them two dope cheaters. Both of them two drug cheaters. But Jarell Big Baby Miller test positive. A bunch of people want him out of the sport for 3 years and more. Many people are saying they want him out for the rest of his life. And the WBC jumps in the fray and suspends him for 3 years and mentions that he refused to take part of their clean boxing program. That, my friends, a bunch of garbage. Now, before I get into the specifics of it, though, I want to say special thank you to everybody that is subscribed to the channel, that supports the channel with the videos we do every day. Thank you guys so much. We do put videos in the ads and video ads in the video. That's how we create revenue for the channel to do the things that we do. So thank you guys for your patience and your support. Thank you to everybody that is out there that goes to the Patreon, is joined as a member, and also supports in the live streams that we do Monday through Friday and OG Boxing Talk on Sunday. So why would I say that is some nonsense that they would want to suspend this guy for 3 years, right? Because he tested positive. Because of the justification that they gave for it. They said that he refused to participate in the WBC clean boxing program. And so when he tested positive, that's the straw that breaks the camel's back, and he's got to go for 3. As far as they're concerned, for the next 3 years, he doesn't exist. Dude, how many Jarell Big Baby Miller does not fight for the WBC? Jarell Big Baby Miller has not fought a title contender, has not fought a title eliminator. He doesn't have one of the 9,000 belts that the WBC has. He does not fight for the WBC. The championships that I've seen him fight for have been all related to the WBO. He was going to fight he was in the rankings for the WBO. He had the belt he had the NABO belt, which I do believe is a smaller, like a smaller version, but somewhere in the chain of the WBO belts. He doesn't fight for the WBC. So I find it mighty interesting that when Tyson Fury is up in a bunch of where you literally have pictures of this dude with his knuckles showing in a fight that's actually sanctioned by the WBC won't say a word about it. But they'll definitely kick a man while he's down and he tests positive for a fight that was more than likely going to be sanctioned by some other sanctioning body. This is the WBC creating a penalty that doesn't mean anything. What difference does it make if Jarell Big Baby Miller can't fight for the WBC for the next 3 years when he was never fighting for the WBC to begin with? It's a penalty that's being thrown at somebody for nothing because it doesn't have any effect. And the fact that you're going to suspend people who are not enrolled in the clean boxing program, and he did. Shoot, Alejandra Jimenez was in the WBC clean boxing program, and you didn't suspend her for 3 years. She's not under a 3-year suspension. She just tested positive, and she tested positive against Francis DeJourn Cruz, and it took the WBC. As soon as that lady tested positive, we stand behind her, and we can't wait to help her rebuild her career, and we're looking forward to her fighting with the WBC more. For a drug cheat. A drug cheat that people told that the WBC defended before she tested positive. Were people who fought her were like, nah, she's either a dude or she's on some serious hormones. And what did the WBC say? Oh, no, not her, not Alejandra Jimenez. Alejandra Jimenez is, she's a really good person. You're just hating on her because of her lifestyle, the lifestyle that she chooses to live openly and freely. Dude, can you guys be any more full of ish? Can you be any more full of ish? Shit. Okay, I'll say it. I hate cussing in the middle of these videos, but can you be any more full of shit than that? And then Canelo Alvarez pops dirty. Do you suspend Canelo Alvarez for 3 years? No, you do not suspend him for 3 years. And if you were going to, and then why wouldn't you suspend Jarell Big Baby Miller the first time that he tested positive for all those performance enhancing drugs? It's a sanction with no teeth. It's a sanction for nothing other than grandstanding. And they're going to grandstand on Jarell Big Baby Miller when the boxing world is all behind throwing him out. But for issues where there is more of a question mark around them, the WBC will do nothing. It's ridiculous. And then, so let's just say they're not enrolled in let's talk about the fighters that are enrolled in the WBC clean boxing program right now. You realize people in the UK weren't tested for the World Boxing from March 23rd through the end of June? That there was like 11 weeks where nobody in the UK was tested, and there was at least a month and a half when nobody in the United States was tested. The WBC shut down their clean boxing program during the time that Jarell Big Baby Miller was training for this fight. So if Jarell Big Baby Miller had decided to enter into the clean boxing program, what difference would it have made? Because they had shut the thing down. And they shut it down in the UK. Dude, look. The WBC are getting to the point where they are complete and utter frauds. It was I would originally look at them and like, these guys, they're just trying to, whoever the big guy is, whoever the big money person is, that's who they're going to ride with. And, they're going to bend over backwards to, like, I could understand why they would bend over backwards for Canelo Alvarez and do things like make franchise belts for him and then elevate the levels of of performance enhancing drugs that you can use, elevate the level. So make sure that Canelo Alvarez doesn't get caught again, right? But if you're just going to be full of shit about testing and you're not really going to be about it, you got this clean boxing program, right? The clean boxing program caught Alexander Povetkin, caught him, right? Caught him on what was that particular one? Maldonium, right? These guys, so many people are popping dirty that I'm starting to remember the names of these drugs. Nandrolone, Dianabol, Maldonium, right? Well, the Maldonium guy was Alexander Povetkin. Alexander Povetkin popped dirty in a fight for the WBC. And when it was time for Deontay Wilder to get paid for the fight because Alexander Povetkin had tested positive and the fight couldn't continue, the WBC does what? Oh, well, we don't know, it's really trace amounts and we're not quite sure whether or not he was, whether he intended to do that or not. Dude, WBC, y'all are just terrible, man. Just terrible. Easily over the last 2 years, the worst of all the sanctioning bodies, man. Like, we used to have conversations with Blood, and Blood Boxing would say, this is why y'all don't need to get on Blood Boxing. Blood Boxing was like, look, Fanon, the WBC ain't no better than anybody else. The only reason that anybody thinks that the WBC has some, the green belt is something special is because that's what Floyd Mayweather Jr. was pushing. But besides that particular fact, there ain't nothing different about the WBC from the WBC to any other of those sanctioning bodies. They're all crooked and they all need to go. But the WBC, their crookedness is if you're just going to be crooked, just be crooked. Don't be crooked and phony, okay? Punishing a guy that doesn't fight for you anyway, just for the sake of getting a headline to act like you're being tough on performance enhancing drugs, which you're not being, not even remotely. And quite honestly, you're doing the exact opposite. You're encouraging people to use them. It's just ridiculous. So man, dude, the WBC is just trash for this. And I don't have any problem with somebody saying suspend Jarell Big Baby Miller. Personally, I think all these dudes that are on performance enhancing drugs need to be gone when they get caught. When they get caught, not no first time, second time, third time, type of crap. Okay, one time you get caught, you gone 3 years. The next time you get caught, you're up out of there. Okay, and nobody's excuses about, oh, I was hanging out with my boyfriend and I swallowed. None of that crap. Or I ate uncastrated. I eat boar meat, but the guy didn't take off the testicles. Oh, my hamburger was tainted. They accept all of this garbage. Like, come on, man. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm on to the next one after this, man. Peace.